Hey there! We are going to help you out with some tips for recording your virtual audition. Now, it doesn't matter if this audition is for the Summer Residential Governor's School, for Visual and Performing Arts Academy, or whether it's for a district or regional group, or it's for a college audition. These tips will help you to create a high-quality audition video that will help you to showcase your talents. The first thing you need to do is you need to take the time to read the instructions for your audition. Make sure you're following those instructions. You need to know how long your video should be. You need to know what kind of materials should you record. Should it be one piece? Should it be two pieces of contrasting styles? Two different genres of music? What are the requirements for your audition? Should you introduce yourself? Some audition videos want you to say, "Hello, my name is," and introduce yourself. And then some videos don't want you to do that. They don't want to know who you are. They might give you an audition number, and you're required to put your audition number in your video. So keep those things in mind as we move on to our next slide. We're going to talk a little bit more about where you're going to record yourself, and we're going to talk a little bit more about where you're going to record yourself and some other options when you record. So there are a bunch of different ways that you can record yourself. You can certainly use a video camera or a digital camera to record yourself. You can record yourself on your phone or a tablet if you've got one of those, or you can record yourself on your computer. You can use a built-in webcam, you can use a USB webcam, lots of different things that you can use to record yourself. Most importantly though, think ahead how you're going to set yourself up so that you get a good recording of your performance. If you're going to have somebody assist you with starting and stopping video, maybe holding a camera and recording while you're performing, make sure they know what your expectations are, and make sure that they know that they're focusing on you and keep you in the frame and everything like that. So framing is very important. Framing means when you're recording yourself, what can we see in the recording? Sometimes we'll get recordings that are taken way off to the side of a performance and somebody's on a stage and they're just a little pinpoint on the camera. That's not going to make a great recording for your audition. What we want to see is we want to see you framed up so that we can see you, we can see everything that you're doing. If you're dancing, we want to make sure that you are staying in frame and not dancing out of the frame. Likewise, drama auditions, if you're moving in your visual performance space, you want to make sure that you stay in the camera view at all times. Instrumentalists, vocalists, we want to make sure that we can see your embouchure. We want to make sure that we can see finger and hand position. We want to make sure that we can see your bow position. We want to make sure that we can see posture. So make sure that you're setting up so that I need to put the camera here so I can capture my fingers. I need to put the camera here so I can capture my face and my posture. I need to set my camera here so I know how much room that I have to work with. Framing and staging are very closely related. Your performance area is your staging area. You need it to be relatively free of clutter and other impediments. I know we're recording at home, so that might be a little difficult. Try and record in front of a neutral color wall or an area with limited visual distractions. You don't want to have people walking around in the back of your video. You don't want to have a TV on or something like that in the back of your video. That's going to detract from your performance. Again, for the staging area, if you're dance audition or if you are auditioning for theater, make sure that you've given yourself enough room to move, to set your blocking, and you know what the edges are of your performance area. How close can you come to the camera before we can't see you, and how far away are you going to get before we can't clearly see you? So keep those things in mind. Lighting for your performance is very important. Make sure to pick an area that is clearly lit. Make sure your lights are on in your room. You may need to adjust some floor lamps or something so that we get good lighting on you. One of the worst things that we see in auditions is that somebody will record in front of a window with bright sunlight behind them, and that's kind of a backlit situation, so you kind of look like a silhouette and we can see kind of your outline shape, but we lose any clarity of your face, your posture, your hands, or anything like that. So make sure that you're aware of what's behind you. Also, you want to make sure there's like no mirrors or anything behind you, so we don't want to record video of you recording yourself in the video and maybe picking up other people walking around in your house at the same time. Audio quality is very important for your auditions. We want to make sure that you're clearly heard. After you've recorded yourself, you're definitely going to want to listen to your performance and make sure your video is okay before you submit it. It would be terrible if you had this great performance, you submitted it, and all of a sudden we get it, we can't hear anything or we can't see anything on your video. So definitely do review your video before you submit it. Make sure that your audio quality is loud enough that we can hear you cleanly and clearly. If you're not loud enough, you may need to re-record and maybe move yourself closer to the microphone. If it's too loud, you may need to move farther away from your microphone. Remember though that if you do adjust your positioning, you need to adjust the zoom on your camera so that you keep yourself clearly framed. And last but not least, always check your video. Review it, see what it looks like, see what it sounds like, play it with headphones on, play it without headphones on. Sometimes things sound a little different in headphones and just on audio speakers. Make sure you've got a good quality recording. Once you've got that good quality recording, go ahead and submit that. So good luck in your audition. We hope you found these tips useful.